Welcome to another episode of the Eukanuba Puppy Training Series. I'm Jim Piddock, and today we're talking about the sensitivity level of your puppy. For some, it's quite mild, but for others, it can be a little more tricky. Isn't that right, Foxy? Now, your puppy may become sensitive to a number of different things over the years, so it's smart to educate yourself and know what to look out for. Knowledge is the key, which is why we have a true expert here, Martin Deely. Martin is founder of the International Association of Canine Professionals. Hello, Martin.
Hi there, Jim. Good to be with you.
Well, we're extremely lucky to have you here today because, to be honest, while I do consider myself a sensitive fellow, as you can tell from the colour of my shirt.
Pretty sure.
Or perhaps that's bold, I'm not sure. I could always learn a little more on this subject. So tell me, what sensitivities should one be cognizant of when bringing a puppy home?
Well, there's all kinds of sensitivities, you know, whether it's skin or whether it's their psychological sensitivities. But can I have a little look at Foxy first? That's absolutely delightful.
She's great.
She is absolutely gorgeous. In fact, some problems are quite easy to recognize. For instance, this one's perfect, but some puppies have a little flaky coat, like... yes, I know.
You mean like dandruff?
Like dandruff. Yeah. We might call it dander, but yes, dandruff, that's exactly it.
So what exactly do you do for this dander?
Well, Foxy, as I say, looks magnificent, but if you were to have a problem, I'd say that she needs a little bit more fatty acids in her diet.
Don't we all?
But remember, not all problems are easy to diagnose, because you won't see all the physical symptoms.
Oh, that makes life a little harder.
Well, the first one, of course, is emotional.
Right.
If you have an emotionally sensitive puppy, there's one thing you need to do, and that's praise her for the smallest achievements. Ignore those when she's sensitive and praise her for her achievements.
So like taking a wee-wee.
Yeah, so that's no small achievement for a puppy. To get that right, you know, sometimes they can do it very wrong.
Yes, I know, I have. Now, what are some of the signs that you have an emotionally sensitive pup?
There's a good chance she'll be very highly strung, a little bit skittish, maybe a little shy, might be hide behind your legs, all kinds of things like that.
Certainly doesn't seem like Foxy here.
No, she's absolute darling.
So, Martin, what other sensitivities do some dogs suffer from?
Well, some puppies are touch sensitive. Some of them make it even difficult to put their collars on. They can get a little bit shy of your hands.
Yeah. Any advice for those who may have a dog experiencing this problem?
Well, if your puppy is sensitive to touch, simply remember to build up the touch gradually. It's like everything we've talked about. You do it bit by bit, little stages, and have her enjoy it in those little stages that you're touching her.
And how could someone tell if their dog is in fact touch sensitive?
Well, signs can vary all the way from overly aggressive, even little nippy things at you, might lead to even stronger biting. Just be very aware of it, be kind and gentle, make a point not to sneak up on her. Over time, the more she grows comfortable with you, well, the closer you can become. She's going to get familiar with you.
And what other issues would a dog perhaps experience?
Well, while some dogs develop an acute sensitivity to sound, others can become much more distracted by the environment.
Sorry? Oh, yeah, right.
I think we need Jim for training. In fact, you may not even realize it, but some puppies will react to the slightest hand gesture. If this is the case with your dog, you'll want to make a conscious effort to use minimal body language, because they can read the slightest movement when teaching her commands.
Well, obviously Foxy has no problems here.
No problems with this one. But you know, every dog is different, Jim, and you need to read every dog to see what you have to do.
Well, Martin, thank you for this wonderful information. Excellent food for thought.
Well, thank you, Jim. That's a good lead-in. Because I'm not going just yet. The last thing we should discuss are food allergies.
Oh.
I didn't even mention that.
Sorry.
You know, there are a few things that you've got to keep an eye out for.
Such as?
Well, irritation of the skin, licking of the paws. Some of them will just lick the paws, and these are real signs of an allergy.
An allergy? As in?
An allergy.
And what steps exactly would you go about to do that?
Well, there's actually a lengthy kind of protocol you'll need to go through to find out what's causing the allergy. Too many dogs these days seem to be having allergies, but like changing food, changing even the bowls they eat out of, removing certain toys, chewed toys, you've got to find out what's causing the allergy. It can even be something within the garden, you never know. And the wisest thing, go and see your veterinarian, let him do some tests to find out.
Excellent advice, as always, Martin. So, if your puppy is sensitive, these tips should make very good sense. Let me recap with the Eukanuba 5 stars on puppy sensitivity. 1. Keep an eye out for signs that your dog needs extra attention. It's not hard to tell if your puppy's a big softie. 2. Talk softly and carry a big treat. Sensitive puppies need plenty of appropriate praise, encouragement and rewards. 3. Make sure your training routines are tailored for success. Punishing a sensitive puppy is not a good idea. 4. A wise man once said success doesn't happen overnight. Keep a positive attitude and your puppy's condition is sure to improve in due time. And the 5th star, remember different breeds have certain conditions that they're more prone to than others. Before we go, I'd love to thank Martin Deely for the wealth of valuable information that he's shared with us today. Remember, if your puppy is sensitive, you should be too. Until next time, this has been another episode of Eukanuba Puppy Training, dedicated to making a good dog great.